Hello, my name is Cedric Swift, and I am doing a presentation with Azra Johnson here, and we're going to discuss some multicultural skincare implications. This is part of my capstone project, and I, again, introducing to you Azra Johnson.
Thank you for having me, Cedric.
We're glad to have
I
you.
appreciate the time that you took, and congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you so much. Very kind.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Well, my name is Azra Johnson, like he said, and I am a dermatologist. I am one of the first 6 in the United States to become a dermatologist. So we studied the in-depth and the holistic approach of the study of hair and scalp, as well as the rest of the skin of the body. So not only do we treat the scalp psoriasis and disorders and things of that sort, but we also extend the treatments to the rest of the body. And we do the holistic approach, so everything that I use is plant-based, and also we find out what's going on the inside, so it's very in-depth. It's very in-depth. That's the short version.
Yes, exactly.
So.
All right. So I have a line of questions that I'm going to ask Azra, and I'm going to let her answer them for us. Please, thank you. So I have here, what strategies can salons and spas implement to ensure they are inclusive and knowledgeable about diverse hair and skin types?
What are some ways to include in?
Yes.
I would read that question one more time.
Strategies
Okay.
that salons and spas can implement?
I would probably go with that salon and spas can implement would probably definitely having more in-house classes of that such. Let's stop.
Let's stop.
I'm so sorry. Okay, different strategies that salons and spas can implement. Some of the ways that I would suggest in an environment like that would probably be to have a lot of in-house education on knowing how to work with different types of hair, and even if it's to the skin, different in-house classes that can help the stylist or the technician to really know what they're doing for that particular person.
That's a good answer. Thank you. My other question is, in what ways can educational institutions integrate multicultural hair and skincare education into their curriculum, which is what we've been needing for years,
Right.
for the future beauty professionals?
Well, I know that there is only very little of that within the
Exactly.
books itself. I think there definitely needs to be more extension with what is taught as far as multicultural, anything pertaining to hair and skin and all of that, because we are in a world full of diversity. We're dealing with, and I hope it's okay to say, but we are dealing with people that are multicultural within oneself.
Yes.
So having 2 different cultures within one body. I'm trying to think of the correct term for that. That won't be offensive, but just biracial skin, biracial hair. A lot of people may be nervous to work with these types of hair, but there are ways to really help educate the student or the student that is, or even the stylist too. But we're talking about school, but I think it's a good foundation to start there to kind of implement the cultural part of it. So they may have somebody. Maybe they have somebody that can come in and teach a class that is already in the industry that is within that, let's say, India culture, and or maybe Native American, and learn the history of that particular culture when it comes to their beauty.
I agree.
When it comes to, because, and also too, different cultures, even something as simple as the skin, some of them may have different sensitivities than other cultures pertaining to, I don't know how much sun they get or how cold the climate is, different things like that. So to me, I think that would be a cool idea to bring other cultures to come and speak. If you know somebody that's in the industry that is from the continent of Africa and they do that, let's see how it is that it's different, how they teach it, how different, what they look for in their skin and what they look for in their hair. And same with the Native American.
Yes, yes. Our cultures across the globe are trying to follow the European standards, and that's where the mix comes in, or the message gets distorted, because we know everybody thinks it should be somewhat straighter versions of hair and lighter skin, but we're not all that. We're diverse, and we're trying to make everybody inclusive. That's
and
great.
It's not, and I'm sorry, and it's not cookie cutter. I think, here in the Western world, it is very cookie cutter. They're trying to make everything cookie cutter. Experiences everything across the board, but everybody's different. And how your hair may be, you know, you may have some culture that goes way back, but that's your DNA. But we still need to understand how your skin is accepting certain things, how your hair is going to accept certain things. A chemical on me may not be the same, may not take the same way because of something that's within my DNA. And so we have to understand other cultures to really help us as a whole, as a stylist. I would be more better to help you as my client to be if I understood.
I agree. I love that. Thank you. How can companies ensure that their advertising and marketing campaigns are culturally sensitive?
That's a good question, because I'm trying to change a lot of that myself. So I have been learning because I deal with this part of the industry where I do deal with a lot of different ranges of people, and so to really let my advertising stand out, I try to let it show many different types of people and culture, and that what I do is not just for one type of person or another type of person. I think it's important to really show that you accept, visual is everything. Communication is not just speech. It's also visual as well, body language and things like that. But so what we see in our eyes, if I see just a standard, it looks like they may really know what they're doing because they look more exclusive to include all of these. And so that's what I would do. And also to try to stay away from I have seen this in the industry where they would shoot things at just one type of culture, and that's not what you want to do. And that's going to really be more of a hindrance to you to spread yourself out more, and everything. So I would stick to keeping it more on a general line, and you can have a lot of pictures. You don't have to say anything.
I know.
Picture says 1,000 words. So.
Being a 60s baby myself, I've watched generations as far as the 70s, the 80s, and 90s. So we watched the progression of the beauty industry come to par, but it's like now we're really seeing, I want to say even the 90s, the diversity, the inclusion, the masses are just exploding, and people have to just start accepting. You can't just be one way like it was back in the day, so that's good.
And I think, I'm sorry, and I think to really help understand, even going back to the students, just really helping the students learn that even though we always hear the term hair is hair, we always hear that term, but
hair really isn't
just hair. And so that's what will help them really know, okay, that cultural aspect of them really learning the culture, but also applying the theory to that if you really look at it, scientifically, it's not. And it is different. The makeup of it is like you know as much as I do. So,
Yes, it's fascinating, and even as an educator, when I'm teaching it, when the phrase hair is introduced, I would say most students will think, well, my hair is hair, so I'm gonna just only know my hair. But we're now trying to introduce that student to different types of textures, and as far as the strength, elasticity, the coarseness is different, because now we're going, well, hair was hair when I'm wearing my hair, but I'm touching your hair now, so I'm thinking this is not really what it was.
And what about when a parent gives birth to a child?
Yeah.
We should have the same hair.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, thank God for DNA, I suppose. What steps can employees take to foster a diverse and inclusive workplace environment in the beauty and wellness sectors?
To me, a lot of that goes back to soft skills.
Yes.
And in soft skills help with being on the same page harmoniously with the client and being able to meet their needs. So I would probably start there if I was to do that within that realm. I would have to train in soft skill first. And then from there, of course, adding on the component of continued education or whatnot. But we can learn everything all day long. But if you don't have your soft skills in place, learning how to connect, I'm all about relationships and connecting with persons through relationships. And if you don't know how to connect with a person, meeting their needs, and knowing how to listen, knowing how to just really harmoniously be connected with them, it's not going to work.
I know it.
It's not going to work. So, I mean, you have to be able to understand the need, and that way that you will be able to meet the need. But again, soft skills.
Very well.
So you have to move judgment out the way.
I know, huh?
Sorry, you can go into a whole lot.
No, it's all good. It's all good. How can beauty professionals be trained to provide personalized service catering to hair and skincare needs?
One more time.
How can beauty professionals be trained to provide those personalized?
I would, I'm speaking on myself, take the incentive to go and get more education.
I was going to say the same thing. Continued education. Yes.
In order for me to be, I
where
was a hairstylist first, then I went to get this, then I went to get that, then I went to get this. I'm here now as a dermatologist, and this is not my last stop.
Exactly. Go.
Because again, it's still about the client.
Yes.
How else can you help a client? Okay, I think I need to go ahead and get that teaching or learning that particular thing, so that way I can offer more to this client.
Absolutely.
Think about the client.
Clients first.
Not the dollar sign.
Exactly.
Think about the client first. And then that will kind of help push you to where, that will even help you push you to the niche that you're going into. So I would go with that.
I love it. I have a couple more and then we can wrap this up. How can beauty professionals stay updated on the latest trends and techniques in multicultural hair and skin care?
I know I keep on saying some of the same things.
That's okay.
But you need to step out.
Yes.
You need to step out. I know that you may be in a comfort zone, and sometimes you may be afraid to want to learn different things in multicultural ways, but you have to first step out and again continue education, but you have to step out first, and you have to, if this is your passion, learn all that you can. Just learn all that you can. But they first have to step out.
They have to want it. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not like that, but I wish they were. It's a desire to want to help everybody and make our industry as beautiful as it is, and just take care of business without always thinking about the dollar sign.
Yeah.
My last question, what role can a consumer advocacy groups play in advocating diversity and inclusivity in the beauty industry?
There's many different ways. The first way I would suggest is to be a voice. I'm big on having a voice, and if you don't have a voice, people won't know.
Right.
People won't know. So that would be the first thing, would be to have a voice. The second thing would be to, along that's connected with it, being a voice, but just letting them know what you offer, letting them know, letting them know that you can help them. So if it's okay, can I give an example?
Absolutely.
So I'm big. I have different hair types that I work on, very different, culture diversity with what I do. But when I first came into, actually this was years after I came into the industry, I was invited, I don't know if you're familiar with the Children's Center in Bethany.
Yes.
But I was invited to come and do hair there from a DHS coworker. And I was told that some did not know how to do or handle certain types of hair
Absolutely.
for some of the children. And so I was asked, maybe I could teach a class to the group of ladies that needed to do this. Or at the time, I don't think that was in the budget. So they said, do you mind me coming to up there, once a week or something like that, once every 2 weeks, to come and do those children's hair? Because what they would do would cut the hair because they did not know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So some of the caregivers, they wanted something more to see what can be helped with that. So I came in to be able to, be able to manipulate the hair and all that type of stuff and take care of that. But also there's a few of the nurses that did want to know what to do and how to do this and how to do that. But I was with them for a few years because of that, learning how to do it. And again, it's not just one set of hair. There was multiple children that I was come to help. And so with that, if they did not know what I did, I probably wouldn't have had that opportunity to be able to work on children that they can't talk. Children, and they want to feel good too. And a lot of these some of them were babies, but some of them, I had teenagers too in there that still couldn't talk, but they still felt good. And even though they couldn't talk, after they did their hair and stuff like that, they had little mirrors and they smiled.
That's good.
But I had to have a voice first, and also to if they don't know what you do, and if you're not confident about what you do, how can you be of help to anyone?
Right.
And also, too, another way to do that, like I said, there's a lot of multicultural mixtures, just with it, biracial or whatnot, that you can offer classes. Offer classes to the parents. There are many parents that may not know how to handle multicultural, just different types of hair itself, and it would help them. That would be a relief for them if they just,
They knew there was some available knowledge out there that they can go to.
Yep.
Resources actually is what we're looking for.
Yeah. So you gotta be a voice.
Yeah, because these children, these young adults, whomever they are, they're always looking to see how someone could cater to them, and they're learning how to cater to themselves because they can't find anybody.
Yeah.
So,
and again, it's about health and safety. And if they don't know what to do, a lot of times it may be something that, again, we're dealing with skin. So if they don't know what to do on different things that's on their skin, what they should use, what they shouldn't use, culturally coming from different backgrounds, what's going to be more sensitive on your skin?
It's true.
I would even go as far as to say that the people need to know their product knowledge, know what's in there. So if somebody does break out, how can you educate? How can you educate?
Wonderful. So, thank you for your time, and we're really appreciative of this video for our capstone project. So once again, Azra Johnson and Cedric Swift signing off.
Thank you.